A grand jury had been meeting in secret, and they heard all the evidence that exists thus far, and they indicted BK on the charges of murder and burglary. I know so many of you are confused as to what a grand jury is and what's the purpose of it, and that's why Jim Clemente is going to explain a bit about the legal side in this episode. So go ahead, Jim. What's a grand jury? Why did it happen in this case at this stage?
So generally, there are two different ways for an indictment to be handed down. One is to have a grand jury meet and convene and hand down an indictment. And two is to have a probable cause hearing, and then a judge basically issues that same indictment. So basically, a grand jury is a group of people. Usually it's somewhere between 30 and 40. I think maybe smaller jurisdictions might have fewer numbers, but they are a jury of the regular jury pool members who are asked to sit for a particular period of time. Sometimes grand juries are convened for a month, sometimes for 6 months, sometimes for a year or two. And typically the longer ones for huge investigations are being given investigative information over the course of that month or 6 months or year. And they then are asked, they were presented with particular crimes. The statutes are read to them, and then the district attorney asks for them to return a true bill, meaning an indictment that they are more likely than not, it's probable cause that this crime has been committed by this particular person or persons. So they're literally a way for your fellow citizens to judge whether you committed a crime. And then you're indicted and arraigned before the judge, which happened to BK today. And that is an opportunity for you to plead guilty or not guilty. And neither of those things happened, did they, Laura?
They didn't. And I think today is a very interesting set of developments to talk about. Now, just to step back, you mentioned the grand jury. Well, it happens in secret. And some people thought I was being dramatic by saying that it happened in secret, but it does, doesn't it? And BK doesn't attend. He gets a transcript, right?
Right. Yes. And the grand jurors are told not to discuss what they have heard, the evidence they've heard. And the people who give evidence are not supposed to discuss the evidence that they gave. And certainly the prosecutor and any other witnesses that are called are supposed to maintain that grand jury secrecy. Now, any information that you learn as a result of being present in a grand jury is kept secret unless and until a judge decides that they can make that grand jury transcript available.